Everyone, I wasn't actually planning on doing another live this week, but since the winter plan has been announced just after I did a live yesterday talking about the propaganda, I'm just looking at the screen now. I can never stomach watching Bojo or any of that lot giving the speeches. I always have to go and have a look at it the next day because I just literally cannot listen to them. So yes, we've now had the winter plan announced. So we've got plans A and plan B, and obviously it's so transparent. It's been very quick even for them to basically outline exactly where we're going to be heading this winter. So we've got plan A, which is to have the boosters through the roof, and that's the way to fight this off, even though every shred of evidence points to these jabs not actually being effective in any way whatsoever. So we can pretty much forget that. And we were talking about the passports being kind of vetoed yesterday, and I was saying, you know, there's absolutely no chance they'll be letting those go. And sure enough, here we have with plan B, which seems a lot more detailed to me. I'm just looking at an article it's in the Mirror actually, which is a complete rag, but it's got everything listed here. So under a winter plan B, what we could look forward to is face masks being made mandatory again, and V passports demanded for nightclubs at a week's notice. So as I said, these passports haven't gone anywhere, they're not going anywhere. And we've also been promised, isn't this lovely of Mr. Javid, the biggest free flu vaccine rollout this country has ever seen. But that's really odd, isn't it? Because I thought flu had pretty much disappeared since the beginning of last year. I thought there was actually only one illness that you could suffer from these days and could be tested for. So but yes, I'm sure everyone should feel very reassured by this, and especially the fact that primary and secondary school children, pregnant women and over 50s and vulnerable groups all eligible. So yeah, that's very very reassuring, isn't it? So here we go. More measures will be kept in reserve for a plan B, including mandating V passports in some venues, as I just said, and forcing masks to be mandatory by law once again, which is always going to happen. And it's basically lockdowns, you know, it's everything that we've already had inflicted on us before. I suspect this would be far worse. A full national lockdown is not ruled out. You know, this is after all the talk of it's the very last resort, and he doesn't want to do it. This is they do always tell us. It's come remarkably quickly though. I think even for them. And you know, people have been wondering, well, okay, so what could actually trigger this plan B into being rolled out, put in place. Plan B, this is a BBC News headline, Plan B would be triggered by NHS pressure, Sajid Javid says. So I think it's fairly obvious what the headlines are going to be all through winter. We had it last year, it was the same thing. the NHS buckling under the pressure, you know, absolute catastrophe, crisis. And meanwhile, you know, we had all that footage of empty hospitals, like graveyards, people actually being arrested for filming it. It was happening all over, not just in this country, but all over the world, the same thing. I think the worrying thing this year, though, is because we've had all the in so many people, that as normal flu season does roll out, as it always does, that it's going to really take down a lot of people. So there's a possibility that the NHS actually could be overwhelmed. But you know, whatever it is, it's all an excuse. So like I was saying yesterday, there's no possibility of resting on our laurels and thinking we've had some kind of victory, because unfortunately we really haven't. There's more need than ever to be refusing to comply with this, taking action, protesting. Anybody who hasn't signed the together.org declaration, please do so. I've got details of it on the website. I am posting on it quite often, and I have got some flyers as well now that I'll be sending out to people if they want to hand those out, because it's still very, very much an issue. It's not gone anywhere. As we can see, it could be within a week that these things are rolled out, and if people think that it's going to stop with just nightclubs and things like that, then I'm afraid they're very much mistaken. And like I was also saying yesterday, the mandated fees for workers in increasingly more and more sectors, it's being suggested now, they've basically said now that the NHS, it's going to be mandatory for NHS workers. So that's a huge number of workers in the UK, and you know, there's no limits on where these can be imposed. So yeah, nothing's actually changed. Instead, we've got more to be concerned about, really more reason than ever to be standing up, making our voices heard, and just refusing point blank to go along with all of this. So yeah, that's it from me. Have a good evening, good day, wherever it is you are, whatever time zone you're in, and I will catch you soon. I would recommend also, for a bit more analysis and insight into the winter plan, Louise from Save Our Rights has put out a video last night. I believe she's doing another live this evening, actually, around some changes that are happening in various laws and legislation, if I have that right. So yeah, it's worth hopping onto the Save Our Rights channel to get some more insights and the details of what this actually means in plain English. So yeah, take it easy. I will speak to you soon. Lots of love. Peace.